Okay, I'm going to go through the control panel. So here you're going to see a lot of things. So we have all the gauges and all the switches for everything that operates electronically in the van. So we have the red arc monitor here, which shows you the battery power. It's showing 100%. There's also another display panel here, also showing 100%. You will see the gauges for the front water tank. It's written up here, front water tank. You can see it's practically full. And the rear tank as well, 3/4 full. And also the grey water. Okay, so the grey water is only the water that's coming from inside the van, such as the shower and the sink. Obviously it's not the from the toilet. The toilet water goes into the canister that I showed you in an earlier video. Okay, so now as we come along, you're going to see another switch of panels. This is again the most important one. This is the mains power, and you can see that the light there is blue, so that's showing you that it's on. That must be on for everything else to work. Okay, so the next one along is the fridge. So when you've got the fridge full of food, you need to make sure that that's on. Again, you'll see that the blue light comes on, and that indicates that it's on. Now, if the mains power is not on, the fridge won't work. So you need to make sure that it's on. Now you can travel with that on to make sure that everything stays fresh in your fridge. The next panel along is for the lights. So again, the lights need to be switched on, and that controls the lights for all of the lights inside and outside of the caravan. When it comes to the lights, there's also subsidiary switches down here, which you can see they've been labelled. Everything's in the off position at the moment, but to turn inside lights on, you'll see that the light just came on. I'll turn it off just to show you. Yeah. And then there's lights for the handle. That's better in the dark. You can see the blue light. We also have the left light, which you can see down towards the kitchen. So those lights are on, and you can see that they change from amber to white by using the switches on there. We also have lights at the back of the van and on the right hand side of the van. So that's all the light panels. Just turn those off. The next panel along is for the plugs. Now this panel is for all of the USB and cigarette sockets in the van. So each around the beds, they've all got a USB plugs. It also allows for the power to work as well, so you can use the power outlet as well. Next is the water pump. Now, if you're off-grid, you need to switch that on. Otherwise, you won't get any water coming through to your pipes. If you're on the town water or city water in a caravan park, you don't need to switch that on. Okay. Here we have a radio. It works the same as a radio in your car. You've just got your on and off buttons. You can switch between modes. You've got an auxiliary cable. You've got speakers on the outside of the caravan and also inside the caravan, and same as your vehicle, you're able to switch between whether you want the speakers in and out, just out or just in. Moving along, we have more USB ports here and a cigarette plug outlet. And then the awning panel, which I showed you previously, and the step. We also have the inverter. So if you're requiring to use 240 volts, you'll need to switch on the inverter, and that's just a matter of switching the button on, and you'll have the red light indicating that it's on. Please be mindful though that the caravan will only take items that have a wattage of up to 2000 watts. So For example, your hair dryer or hair straightener is probably not going to work, but just be mindful of the equipment that you're plugging in. It should be fine for your mobile phones and for, you know, laptops and things like that. The last thing we have here is the water. Now this is for the hot water actually, so we've got 60 degrees and 70 degrees. I would recommend that you only ever use 60 degrees. It's extremely hot, hot enough. So you just need to click that on. And you would have heard that little click, and that means that it's now engaged. Now, two things. If you're on city water, as we said, you don't need the pumps and water will come through no problems at all. You still need to put the heat indicator on. If you're off-grid and using gas to heat the water, there's a couple of things you need to be mindful of. One is that the gas is switched on, and secondly, that the gas vent has been opened up. So I'll take you around the back again and show you where that is. Okay, so you just need to open up the flap whilever you're using the gas for hot water, and that'll just let the air circulate through. Okay.